allow the two children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Aha. Now you not done here, oh. All these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want to make the
I never hear now go here Wayne. Good afternoon to you, good morning, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from and whatever time you are joining me tonight. One sec. All right. So tonight, I'm actually live everywhere. So you might come across this broadcast everywhere. On Facebook, Diaspora Radio International, YouTube channel, Diaspora Radio International, online, that is diasporaradiointernational.com. You can listen live on the radio now as well. You can also go and watch live on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Maiyegun's Diary Politico Facebook. I'm everywhere today because I actually have message for those of you who have been doing all you can to be politically correct. And to you, it is an extreme demand to ask for the total breakup of Nigeria. You want to be politically correct. You know, it could be worse. Let's manage it. Oh, let us pray. Maybe we are just not praying enough. Or we should blame ourselves, right? Blame yourself. You know what? It's not just the leaders. All of you want to be always politically correct. That is why I'm doing this broadcast tonight. Lai Mohammed, Lai Mo, just told us now that the reason why the federal government of Nigeria, the reason why they have not done anything to stop banditry, prosecute and jail them. The only reason why they have not done it is because banditry, kidnapping at this national scale, with all that is happening, right? It's not a federal crime. But when you are a member of Oduduwa Republic now, Biafra now, Savannah now, or any other nation that you are standing for, then you are considered a terrorist. That is a national crime. This is why bandits are kings. This is why Boko Haram terrorists, they are kings in Nigeria. Lai Mohammed just told us today. But you know, one thing is this. You can lie to yourselves or use propaganda to gain power. You can't use propaganda to rule and expect a country. No. You have a zoo, like a contraption. That is exactly what gaining power with propaganda, lies, and then trying to rule with that lies. It was in 2015 when these guys came in, and they told us then that they were coming to end Boko Haram. Remember, Boko Haram was in Borno, and in fact, they were getting incursion into Abuja. And when 2015 election came, and these terrorists, these jihadists in charge of Nigeria today, they told us, they said, in 3 months, they were going to end Boko Haram inside that Borno. And we wouldn't have to worry about the safety of our children anymore. We won't have to worry about the safety of our women anymore. In fact, we won't have to worry about our safeties anymore. 6 years down the line, in 2015, while they told us that Boko Haram's body odor, you remember when they were using body language? 2015, that was how they started when they first brought their change. They said it was Boko Haram's body odor, body language. But I told people then that there's nothing like body language. It was pure body odor. You will soon smell the stench, and the stench will shock you. Is it not shocking all of you now? Including those who didn't vote for them. They said it was Boko Haram's body odor that was defeating Boko Haram, because Boko Haram just stopped. We didn't know that they were diversifying. Diversification of terrorism. Diversification of criminality, so that they can have more branches. We didn't know. And they were telling us, this Lai Mohammed and co. They were telling us that, do you see now? There's no bomb, there's no killing, there's nothing anymore. Because they know that Boko Haram is in charge. They lied to you. By the end of 2015, we have started seeing isolated cases of Fulani terrorists attacking farmers in faraway Ekiti. That's very far from Borno, very far from Sokoto, very far from all these places where these Fulanis are. We started seeing these isolated cases. Farmers killed, butchered. They said, which one be this again? You remember, this was what prompted Fayose to enact a law, anti-grazing law in Ekiti. And they declared Fayose persona non grata. You know what happened to him, Nabi? This was the beginning. Then when this attack continues and continues, it was this Lai Mohammed and the rest of all these Efus from the Yoruba land and from the Igbo land. They were telling us to be very careful, politically correct. We should be very careful of what we are saying, you know. Everybody should mind what they say. Don't cause any unnecessary wahala. Don't just be saying things. So don't start war. 2015, 2015. Oh, is it because you don't like? Is it because they defeated PDP? Immediately, these criminals came to power. Everybody that criticized them, if you speak up, you must be a PDP member. You remember? This was way back. We didn't know that they were only grooming Nigerians for slaughter. But those who knew warned. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu warned. So many other people want. I remember this pastor. You remember this? Is it Redeemed Pastor or somebody, who came out then and said Islamization agenda, 2014, 2015. You remember? And you remember those who killed that Islamization agenda, the politically correct morons who are now today, they are now coming out to tell us that we were wrong. We regretted that we believe in this lie. Blah, 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 blah. A pastor, I forgot his name. For those who might remember him, I'm going to go around and read my comments. For those who might remember him, that pastor was everywhere telling everybody. It wasn't pastor. Do you get that now? But they call him pastor something. The guy said, if APC takes over power in Nigeria, before the Nomazin Nnamdi Kanu won, this time around, it was in late 2014, 2015, early 2015, before the election. They are coming. They are going to unleash what is called the jihad. They are going to bastardize all institutions. They are going to manage to take over the Supreme Court. And they are going to enshrine their Sharia one way or the other in that your constitution. And everybody who try to speak will be slaughtered because you will be against. If you speak or you'll be against Islam, you'll be against the North, you'll be against Fulani, it will not be against Nigeria. It will not be you as a Nigerian criticizing your government. It will not be like that. It won't. Pastor Emmanuel, I think his name, they call him Emmanuel. Bosu Emmanuel, God bless you. Do you know those who killed this story? They are mostly the Southerners. They were promoting Boko Haram. So Boko Haram now came. They said, can't you see? I have been having electricity for the past 2 weeks. Immediately Boko Haram came. Electricity just started showing. Man, I didn't know Nigeria can be this great. Boko Haram started, they stopped bombing. That era, 2015. We didn't know that they were preparing all of us for the slaughterhouse. Then 2016, these killings started making headlines. So if you try to talk, they'll say, hey, you better don't start what you can't finish. You better don't start war. People are being killed. Just say it. People are being killed. Who killed them? Fulani terrorists. Hey, don't say Fulani. Just say some criminals. Are you mad? Some criminals. Which criminal? Hey, just watch your mouth, Sha. Just watch your mouth. Just watch what you say. Don't think you can just say anything. They were intimidating us, threatening us to keep quiet and keep quiet because they thought it was going to just be wished away. Like, all of a sudden, everything would just be fine. Then they started telling us that, okay, fine, yeah. There are some Fulanis killing Nigerians, but they are not Nigerian Fulani. They are from Niger. They are from Chad. They are from Mali. They are from here. They are from, all these places. We're like, okay. Hold up. In your effort in trying to continue to lie to Nigerians, the danger that you have brought upon them. Now, you are trying to try to hoodwink them into believing that, yes, people are being killed. But the government is doing everything. But you see, the people killing the people in Nigeria, they are not from Nigeria. They are not Nigerians. They crossed the border. Really? Aliens crossed to Nigeria and started killing Nigerians, and you can't arrest any of them. No single one. That was early stage. I'm talking about 2016 now. It was early stage. People like us were shouting, hey, ho. They said, shut up, Maiyegun. Don't sit down in the UK. Don't sit down abroad and start causing problems. You want to cause war in Nigeria. People are being killed. You are telling me I'm causing war. Who are those bringing those killers? They said they are not Nigerians. Your government can't arrest them. They can't do anything. You are done for. Maiyegun is not that bad. By the middle of 2016, everybody done the grapple with what is going on. By then, Boko Haram has already completed the process of replacing all the brilliant hands, the best hands who could actually do the security work, defend the country. If Buhari really wanted, if APC, Al-Qaeda People's Congress, if they actually wanted to save Nigeria, but Boko Haram, when he came in, he started replacing them. he started putting all the Fulani terrorists that are Fulani terrorist apologists. He started putting them, replacing people. So these terrorists now have access to all the intel. So it was time to start moving the terrorists they told us are not from Nigeria. They were not talking about how did they get into Nigeria? What happened to your border? What happened to your military? What happened to the DSS? The people who are paid, trained to discover crime before they happen. Where are they? But Boko Haram changed everything. And that was how Nigeria changed. And before we know it, the same people who promised you safety, who promised you prosperity, who promised you justice, equity, and fairness, only what you needed was to vote for them, vote for change. Whether you voted for it or not, even Boko Haram that promised 97% versus 5%. At 97%, at 5%, everybody has been lashed now. There is no sacred cow. Whether you are 97%, they will give you your size. They are killing 97%, killing 5%. Everybody is in danger because of that singular change. Then they turned around. They changed the story again. They said, okay, we have found a solution. We need to allow old grazing routes. Are these guys mad? Old grazing route means Fulani terrorists can bring their cows from the Sahel, from everywhere, and they can graze through everywhere they want to graze through. So even if you have your land, and your land is open graze routes, whatever that even means, there's nothing like that, by the way. This Lai Mohammed, they started presenting this fake history. In the olden days, we used to have grazing routes for Fulanis, and we were peaceful. Meanwhile, they know what they are doing. They brought the terrorists. They harmed them. They thought they were not going to gain power so that they can turn Nigeria to Syria. But somehow, good luck, Egbere Jolantan handed over power to them. And the terrorism they wanted to unleash and blame it on somebody else, now they just decided to unleash it. Then they are now rigmaroling. They are now trying to hoodwink you. They said, in order for peace to come, okay, fine. Forget grazing routes. Forget grazing routes. Okay, let us do cattle colony for them. Let's just give them land. Land is everywhere. The people are not using the land. Just give it to these people from Niger, Chad. Give it to them. So that they can stop killing you. Because there's nothing we can do. Federal government, they told Nigerians. They started the wahala. Among the Fulani governors in northern Nigeria, for 6 years, not a single one has built one ruga. When they realize that cattle colony, Yorubas are not going to take it. Igbos are not going to accept it. The Middle Beltans are not going to take it. The Jordi, everywhere, nobody is going to take it. They now said, okay, we are going to change it. Change the name again. Who are those doing it? Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, Oshimbade is the chairman of the committee who want to find the lasting solution to Fulani terrorists from Niger, Chad, and all those places. That's the narrative. That's how we got here. And when we were saying, they said, shut up, my friend, don't cause war. Don't try that. You are just going to cause war and all of that. Now, no be we cause war now. We were telling you then that they've already brought war to you. What did they do? When they took over all the institutions, they started the movement and transporting of weapons, dangerous weapons, using the police, the military cover to transport, including military helicopter, using them to transport weapons and dropping weapons, for terrorists in the forest. There are evidences, so this is not a makeup. The federal government that cannot protect you, and they ask you to give land, you won't give land. Fine. You can't report any terrorist attack anywhere. Who is going to take it up? Who is going to arrest who? When they are paying them money. Where they have a Sheikh Gumi. Gumi. Sheikh Gumi, who is doing the media job for them right now. So in 6 years, Boko Haram transformed from Boko Haram to Islamic State of West Africa Province, ISWAP. They control Niger State, Sokoto, and those areas. They control all the forests there, including Alagamo Forest. Sambisa Forest is still in control and command of Alhaji Shekau. Here is the irony of it. When Boko Haram transformed to ISWAP, transformed to Fulani terrorists, and the repentant Boko Haram are now recruited in Nigerian army under different names, identity, and different things that are completely alien because they have taken over the institution, the defense institution in that country. So they are now waiting for everybody to be killed. It's just a waiting game now. For those who are waiting, for those who are already acting, it is going to be bullet for bullet, man for man, and blood for blood, because it is what they brought. Nobody from the southern Nigeria asked for Fulani terrorists or terrorism in their land. Nobody. Nothing. Except for those greedy, selfish, old, dying criminals who claim to be representing the southern Nigeria in the political arrangement of Nigeria. Except for them. Nobody asked for this war. This is what brought us to this level. And today, the same Lai Mohammed, Lai Mohammed, he just came out now to tell everybody it is not a federal crime. But do you know that when you get kidnapped, and if you are lucky to be released, if you go to the police station to report, there and then you will realize that Nigeria is not for you. Right there. Go there and describe your kidnappers, your attackers. That's even too much. When your farm is destroyed by these terrorists, go to the police station and report. And the moment you get to that point of, these Fulani boys, they came into my farm, they destroyed my farm, you will be arrested. People have been arrested for that. People who went back and fought back, the terrorists, they were either beaten up by the military or arrested or made disappeared completely. But maybe until it happens to you. Until that time, you will never know that the current Nigeria that they have for you is not. There's no place for you in there. Now, you can be politically correct for all you care. Maybe for what they give to you. Or maybe because of what you think you are likely going to get. A senator, I like it when it comes from their mouth. You know what I mean? When it comes from them. APC senator from Osun State kind of give an insight too, and how powerless they've all become. The terrorists who have taken over government in Nigeria, they have destroyed all institutions. Speaking up right now with those who are given the power to speak up. That power is no longer with them. Everybody is on his own. You remember what they did to the Kogi commissioner 2 days ago? They are now asking for 100 million naira for the kidnapped Kogi local government chairman. That same yesterday, Yeye Bello of Kogi was on Channels Television asking stupid questions on how did they arrive at the statistics of the insecurity in Nigeria. That Kogi state is the safest state in Nigeria. They are likely going to kill the local government chairman because Yeye will not give any 100 million. Except if they are going to say, when they pay their boys, give them money, they will say, well, Kogi State pay 400 million, 500 million to pay local government chairman. And you know what that means? The people from that local government, una sufferness will just start. But listen to this senator, for the eyesight's sake. Watch this.
On the floor of the red chambers, the state of insecurity was debated, and it was clear that lawmakers were angry about not only the state of insecurity, about how it's been ignored. What's your take on this?
Well, as a security man myself, I knew this thing for a long time that there was a problem, security problem, at a very alarming rate. I even went to Borno, went to that war front, and I saw the calamity that is befalling Nigeria. And I came to a conclusion that this war cannot be won the way we are tackling it. And I complained to my colleagues that we are playing with fire. When we are going on holidays, the House of Rep sent for Mr. President to come, and they have the power to summon him. At least we elected him. As he was about to go, he was prepared to go. He told them he was coming until one legal advisor somewhere, the Confucianist, told him not to go. That those people that elected him in the same party, maybe they are his enemies. And the man back out. In Senate, hardly can you see a day of sitting that we don't normally stand up for one minute in respect of the killed one, the murdered one, the raped one. It got to a stage that many people, they don't even want to come early in the morning because it is not always very good to salute with sorrow. Then I sought the opinions of some top military leaders. Many of them are being retired now. Unfortunately, they told us that it is impossible to win that war, because it's just like a family of 2, 3 or 4 that are fighting. It's almost an everlasting war. And the way the war is being fought in Borno, it's just like soldiers going on, custom going on patrol for armed smugglers, and the police going on patrol for robbers. So it has never been won. Unfortunately, most of the soldiers fighting in the war front, they are all the indigenes. Almost 3/4 of the fighters, they are indigenes. And they have passion for they have pity for their people. Last Sunday, the only CEO that is a non-indigene, is not from the north, it's from Igbo land, was murdered by the same Nigerian Air Force, just some kilometers to Maiduguri. Bombarded the whole unit with our Air Force manpower. Not even Boko Haram. They killed almost a whole unit. So, we are not serious about the war. But now that some other interest groups have entered, like these Sasaki human beings that have been sent underground and now coming in form of joining Boko Haram, and there are many special interest groups that the mighty federal government has sunk into the soak away, and they thought they have died. These are the people coming in Niger, and they are now going to Kebbi, they are going to Sokoto, they are going everywhere, because this group, they are even more scientifically powerful than Boko Haram. So, for now, we are not that we are even sitting on a keg of gunpowder. We are now facing the reality of life and death. And nobody has been arrested for kidnapping, for shooting. The herdsmen were just killing anyhow. None of them has been arrested and sold and prosecuted. The most funny thing is that about 2 years ago, the federal government, through the IG, mop up started mopping up arms and ammunition in the circulation, particularly with the civilians, only for them to rake everywhere, collecting their guns and unfortunately harming the enemies. And that's why you see many of these civilians, many of these communities are helpless. So it's as if your hands are tied for slaughtering. Then there's an allegation that somebody somewhere must be behind these people. And that is why I stood up in the Senate that what I could see, particularly this Senate that has been agitating that some things will be done, one small boy will be harmed and he will be given clearance from nowhere and nothing will happen. He will come and spray many of us there. And that is the end. And that is why I said, is it possible that when we get to heaven, we will come back and use our power of removing anybody we want to remove, including Mr. President, who has been both directly or indirectly through his Sonny the special assistant Sonny, I forgot his name, has been supporting these people, including the minister of one minister Patani. Yes. So my own is, if Mr. President was called to come and explain things so that we can rub minds, and he was unable to come, and we have been sending our leaders to him and nothing good come out of it, and now we are now facing a problem. Automatically we have the power of ironing and firing. We should do the needful, use the clause of impeachment and let the man go. Unfortunately, the majority, they are still running up and down to fear the party rather than to fear death that is glaringly looking for them. Except one, that's the man from Kogi, who stood up and started crying. Because it is very, very glaring that every one of us, we are in trouble. Just a day to that time, one of our colleagues was attacked twice by this same group, and nothing happened. So which means the person who harmed the boys that are following us may disarm them by just mere instructions. Go and finish those people, they are my attackers. So if we don't do that, automatically we are going to be in trouble. Yoruba said this one is not a long polo. It's coming near you. If you don't want your eyes to be plugged out, you have to do the needful. If this man, if the government, automatically the government has failed security-wise. When we are now going to full security, the government has failed. Because these people, they don't allow our farmers to farm, and this is the rainy season. So you will see the multiplying effect towards the end of the year that famine may disperse the whole country. And where do we run to? Do we go to Ghana? Ghana doesn't want to see us again. Republic of Benin, they are so tiny that their economy cannot take 1 million people at a go. So the best thing is that now that they don't allow our farmers in the north to farm, and our cows are eating deep into our farms in the south. Come on, look at the southeast. Everywhere is bombarded by these people. Even these Umai people, that's the man who joined them of recent.
That's a senator, APC senator from Osun State. From where he come from, these terrorists, they are already drilling gold in Osun. They are not telling many of you. Osun is going to become another Zamfara very soon. Just wait. That's a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's there. He knows. Somebody said they can't even remember their names. Of course. Everybody will run. He said something in that interview, which the reason why I actually shared the interview with you. He said, one day, somebody they don't know will get clearance, security clearance, and he will just walk into the National Assembly when they are all seated. Because if they continue, if this goes on now, he will just walk in and he will just kill like as many as possible. You know, Nigerians will say, hey, thank God, yo. So for you to know that the situation has gotten to a stage whereby some of them, they won't return to Abuja, small, they will not return again. They will just stay. They say, I know they go Abuja. Because when that will happen, they will not come in. The terrorists will not go into National Assembly to kill the Fulani senators, Fulani House of Rep members. They will give themselves intel. They will not attend the meeting. Or they will tell them, when you attend, sit at the top. Don't sit in your usual place. So that when you hear the bar, enter this door, we'll rescue you. These southern senators will kill them today. That is part of the terrorism that is still coming to Nigeria. You have no idea. Being politically correct is good. It's so convenient. It's convenient. Maiyegun, what do you want us to do? Continue to pretend, continue to ask me, continue to pretend, because something still tells you that Nigeria is going to work. You have no idea, no clue. Normally, when a country gets to this stage, the elected representative of the people, they will have to come together. The North, the South, Muslim, Christian, wherever you are, they have to come together and kick out a terrorist. See how they are talking. Imagine. They are from the same political party. One day, they will open, you will just see breaking news. 36 senators killed. It don't start be that. It don't spoil be that. It go shock. All these things happening right now. Some of you swore. You swore that it will never happen in Yoruba land. Never. I remember many of you who actually became notorious for trolling me. You will be trolling me. Maiyegun, shut up. God will not let all your prayer, as if to say I am sitting down here and praying that God, please, Fulani terrorists, I want them to start killing Nigerians so that I can then be able to tell them that didn't I tell you? I was warning. You were laughing. Abi? It don't spoil. It don't shock. Despite this effort to satisfy and take over everywhere, and what that senator said, I'm still going to go on the second part of the video, by the way. There was a time, and this is why this video comes to mind. Every time they invite Boko Haram, there are southern senators reps who are really, really thugs. They know they send. Who is Buhari? They will talk. But they are just in the minority. And those are the people they can target for elimination. Inside the National Assembly. They will spill their blood there, kill them there, and warn all of you. Don't try it with us again. Because something like this happened in the past. So if the senators say they can walk in and kill all of them, don't argue, because there was a time that Boko Haram faced this kind of National Assembly members. Watch.
On the long neglected Boni Bridge to connect these long separated communities.
Not true, it's not correct.
In the southeast,
it's not correct. Not correct.
In the southeast, a critical section of Umaya linking Oka to Onitsha.
It's not true. It's not correct. There's nothing like that in Borno. There's nothing like that in Borno. So if they come there, terrorists, they will dress in Babariga, just walking, Shekau Jr., and he will kill everybody there. He will walk away. You will never see any picture of, oh, we arrested the killer. No, you will never see it. You say, yeah, Boko Haram, oh, hey, it's Boko Haram. Hey, they've killed those they want to kill. That's it. The same way they use the Air Force to bomb a squad led by a Southeasterner, a Biafran soldier, somebody who became a CEO of a military squad. They use the Air Force to kill him, to kill all of them. Because they've taken over all the institutions. They control they have control over the command. That's what it is. And it is going to get there. Because let me tell you, they have more guns. What they did, part of what they did before this stage was that they disarmed everybody in the southern Nigeria. They asked them to hand over their guns. So people were handing over their guns, their own weapons and all of that. They are giving them money. Police were giving them money. They are taking the guns away. Those who gave their weapons. They did that everywhere. Then they now unleashed the terrorists who are armed with AK-47, paid by these terrorists. Now, the people who are now asking the government to protect them are now being hunted down. So that is why, when after disarming everybody all over the country, all over the southern Nigeria, including eastern Nigeria, they were using all the Igbo governors to disarm all Igbos. When this attack started, the Fulani terrorists were supposed to have easy ride, easy move. Then IPOB just came. Which kind of wahala be this now? IPOB. Okay, we'll crush them quickly, before they become a problem. Because we have set everything. We've disarmed them. We can kill them now. And you know what they did to the IPOB? You know what they are still doing to them? Then boom, IPOB started their ESN. ESN, okay. Where did you guys get gone? We thought we've disarmed you. How did you manage to get guns to do all of this? That's why they have now declared war in eastern Nigeria. They have been fighting Cold War in eastern Nigeria for the past 50 years, even when the bloody genocide called Civil War ended. Did you get that? They disarmed everybody. When Sunday Igboho said, we wish, Sunday Igboho was everywhere with his gun and all of that. Said, how did Sunday Igboho manage to get a gun that is displaying like this? We thought we've disarmed all of these people. They went after Sunday Igboho. Not after those who are killing people in Ibarapa. They went after him. They are still going after him now. So what does that tell you? It tells you that your system has been taken over by terrorists. All your institutions have been taken over by terrorists. That is why somebody like this, can be talking for them.
They are under pressure to fight government that has helicopters, is bombarding us. So you remove the pressure, the need for the money is there. When you go there, you don't see any luxurious life. You don't see any luxurious life at all. They are living in huts. They have nothing. They drink sometimes from the stream. So I don't think we can say that they are used to a luxurious life that they won't live it. Actually, they don't even know it with all the money they get.
Sheikh, like you said, they are under pressure. Government is bombarding them, and according to what you say, they are saying that it looks like they're under attack. So maybe they're acquiring weapons to protect themselves. But then again, if the pressure is that much, why don't they renounce banditry? And are they also considering the lives of those that they are also taking, and the lives of people that they are also making, unlivable?
Okay, you see, if they leave banditry, they will have source of financing their war machine. The question you asked, why are they fighting them? You see, the herdsman has gone through a lot of hardship. No government has really actually sat down to see into their plight, to modernize them, to even spend anything. Not one kobo of our Nigerian budget goes to them. And now they feel
the persons that kidnapped the Greenfield students are not the bandits. They are Boko Haram.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yes, really.
And how are you sure of that?
You see, when we try to trace them and see whether we can put some sense into them, the contact, who is also a nomadic Fulani, they threatened him. They said, you yourself, you are your money. We are not like you people. If you insist on us, we are going to catch you, and you have to pay ransom before you get out. So you can see that they are different group. And the leader is from Jalingo. It's from Adamawa. It's not the local Fulanis we have here. So it means that northeastern element is coming into this area, and we have to move fast. We don't have time. We don't have luxury of time.
All right, Sheikh, let me ask you.
Let me tell you, I've been trying to speak with government, but nobody is really actually speaking with me on this issue. So people should know that, look, we are trying to pacify. We are trying to remove this, what do you call it, banditry. And they are responding. You only need partners.
Sheikh, actually, you know, you said this before, that headers, you know, these are headsmen, those bandits, you know, they are headsmen that have been pushed into banditry because government is not giving them, you know, the kind of attention that they need. And with due respect, Sheikh, heading is private business, just like every other Nigerian across the country. The man who owns a barber shop, the woman who owns a salon, the woman who owns a restaurant, and everywhere else across the country, everybody suffers for the, you know, socio-economic difficulties within and around the Nigerian terrain. So why do you think that the government should take special interest in people who are going about doing their own personal business?
Yes, you see, let me come down to your profession. You are a journalist now. If the government is clamping down on you, catching journalists, not allowing them to speak, I think journalists will come together and try to fight the government back. Trying to do.
You see the position that the Kaduna State government is taking. The Kaduna State governor insists that he will not negotiate with bandits, and he has his reasons. He had negotiated before. He had paid them to leave Kaduna, according to the governor. So what happened in Niger, in Katsina? Negotiations have gone south when it comes to negotiating with bandits, and it seemed like they cannot be trusted because they renege on their promises most of the time. So why are you insisting that the government should again come in?
Okay, let me start first. Now, I and you and everybody are sitting on 5 innocent students who were murdered and killed by these criminals. 5 souls were killed. Why? What amount of money is too big for us to save the lives of those 5 students? What amount of money? Secondly, we can give them the money, we get the boys out of danger, then go after our money. Nobody is saying that you should not fight them, but you can get the 2 back. But to say you will not negotiate with them, then also you will not take any action against them, and I can't understand that.
You think say they're wise? You are a mumu man. You are a mumu man. And then throw the guy.
Honestly, that is what Nigeria is today. What they are doing to people, the crime they are committing, is actually nothing to those who are defending these terrorists in Nigeria. And according to the presidency, where Garbage Shehu, Femi Okonu Adesina, and the rest of them are guiding the lifeless breathing Mumumadu, Boko Haram, the mannequin. They said the terrorists, they trust Gumi than the government. And Gumi is asking, please, you need to continue to pay them. We are talking about the Greenfield University students, Abi. They killed 3 of them. What about the College of Forestry and Mechanism in Kaduna? Those they kidnapped 2 months ago. They are still in captivity. Like many hundreds of, thousands of people, tens of thousands. For those who have died. Channels Television seems to cover something which gives it perfectly well. And I think you should watch.
Let me show you some information now as relating to some of these issues of light weapons. Some of the violence and deadly attacks by terrorists and armed groups have raised the tension in the country. A Global Terrorism Index report of 2020 reveals that Nigeria is ranked the 3rd most terrorized country in the world due to insecurity. A former head of state said recently that there are about 6 million weapons in the hands of civilians. There are huge concerns over the proliferation of weapons in the country. Experts fear that the proliferation of weapons, which they say has heightened insecurity in the country, leading to over 80,000 deaths and 3 million internally displaced persons, IDPs, in Nigeria. Specifics of this data shows that the number of small arms in circulation in Nigeria in the hands of civilian and non-state actors is estimated at 6,145,000. Compared to what the armed forces and law enforcement put together, it's recorded that they have just 586,600 firearms compared to over 6,000 in the hands of non-state actors.
6 million, rather. Over 6 million guns in the hands of non-state actors. Non-state actors are the Fulani terrorists. Okay? So, as much as they have disarmed Southerners, and people are resorting into so many other unorthodox ways, means to protect themselves against these marauders, these terrorists. 6 million guns. If we say gun to gun, man to man, we have to do inventory. At this point, people have been killed. 80,000 people, human beings. Statistics, that's who they are to these criminals. And they will kill more and more and more every day. And Lai Mohammed just told us that it is not a federal crime to be a kidnapper. It isn't. But it is a federal crime to be a member of IPOB. And this is the reality. While in plain sight, we are being threatened by criminals like this.
While we warn all state governors that stand against the implementation of the Ruga initiative to desist and give peace a chance, we place President Buhari and the federal government on notice that they must act to halt and completely stop this raging madness within 30 days, beginning from today, Wednesday, July 3, 2019. For the avoidance of doubt, we advise the federal authorities and the southern leaders to heed the 30-day notice, failing which we would most definitely be left with no option than to consider resorting to our decisive line of action. We remind the nation that so long as the Fulani will not be allowed to enjoy their citizens' right of living and flourishing in any part of this country, including the South, no one should also expect us to allow any Southerner to enjoy the same in northern Nigeria.
That's from them 2 years ago. And since then, southern Nigeria, where have we been? Yoruba land. How far? It is that bad that even lawmakers in Nigeria, they will tell you, you just need to understand, the Fulani terrorists are humans too.
Yes, the herdsman values even the life of the cow more than his own life. That is how God has created him.
No cow, not even 10 billion cows, is up or has enough value like a human being. It's not one human life.
They have representatives too. A Fulani man values the life of his cow more than his life. How can we live in such place? We are not trying to buy land in Zamfara. We say we a family from Ijebu. We want to go and start a pig farm in Sokoto or where? And they will say, that's an insult. We are right there in our own backyard in Yoruba land. And Bororo Dano will bring his cows and his AK-47 right behind our own backyard, right there on our own backyard. And we can't talk because we are not allowed to. We are being told, stop talking. White terrorists, threatened and intimidate us here and there. Don't say anything. Just obey. Watch this.
People, that's the man who joined them of recent, just because of security. That's Ebonyi governor. He's now having his own bitter pill. They have attacked his villages more than 5 times. So it's neither an APC problem or PDP problem. This is a national calamity. That if the president knows that he has no more power to salvage the situation, he should honorably leave and allow others to take place, to take his position and give us a new lease of life. That is my own position, and I said it in the floor. And majority of us, including both PDP and APC, they knew that there was problem and that this man is incapable of handling things. For instance, the economy is always in shambles. The Bureau of Government, Statistics, Federal Bureau of Statistics, just last 2-3 days ago said we are from almost 6 years ago, we have borrowed about 20 trillion. So what we are owing now is a little less than 40 trillion. Then how can a nation survive in such a situation? So that is the beginning of the problem. Economy is in problem. Social security is in shambles. Then life has no meaning. Human life is meaningless. Then automatically that government is incapable of securing the nation, which means this will resign.
So as it is right now, since it doesn't look like the president said foreign aid, do you think that would do anything at this point in time? Foreign intervention?
The war we are fighting is an internal war. It's a family war. If see the way they are doing, creating fears here and there. Now they are coming to Abuja. As soon as there is a bomb blast in Abuja, automatically the whole economic activities will wind down. Then there will be problem. Then where will foreign intervention come? Is it Zamfara? Will they go to Zamfara? Or the war that cannot be won in the next 20 years according to General Brantai in Borno, in the northeast? Is it Kebbi now that they have already moved to, or Sokoto they are bombarding, or where? Now they have raided the east, the middle belt, that is central. They are having problem. Kaduna is having problem. Makurdi is already gone down. Then how would they intervene? When they were in a compacted area like northeast, that one can still be can be very easy. The man who has been assisting us, that is the man in charge of Chad, was assassinated, and that has been our problem now, because he was the one preventing them from that Lake Chad axis, that he didn't allow them to spread. He even fought 25 kilometers into Nigeria, chasing them to us so that we can clear them off. But the military then, this Salvation Army military, shouted that he was an expansionist. He's trying to take over Nigerian territory. Somebody was trying to help us. Now that our helper has gone, and they are having their crisis now. Where will the foreign soldiers stay? And who will he fight? Go and you journalists take a visit to Maiduguri and see the life there. How would they fight? Then I don't know, maybe they have another international style in the east. That's Imo. Mosop is coming up, yes, coupled with these herdsmen. Yes, sir. Who are they fighting in Ebonyi? Who is fighting who? Is it not the same group? Then where will they stay to fight? They are spreading, although they are not too many. But it's an internal war that is not easy to fight. When you have an external enemy, you know how to fight them. But internal, it's not easy.
Right. Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome.
Internal. If you are a Yoruba watching that video and that interview, you can tell what he's actually telling, I mean, what he's saying there. It's like telling you that, oh, don't disturb, you don't deceive yourself. There's these people who are killing Nigerians, who are sponsoring the terrorists that they want in power. If this man cannot go, once they bomb Abuja, bomb here, forget it. External help. Where are they going to help? Are they going to send American soldier to Imo? Send American soldier to Ibarapa? Send a British soldier to Kebbi? Bring a French soldiers to where? To Sokoto? Send how many country soldiers to Niger Republic? It is a done deal. Break it up. Save lives. Break Nigeria up to save lives. If they are telling you that something is still going to happen, something can still be done, they are only preparing you. Something that I call prepping you for slaughtering, waiting for those that will kill you. And man, only if you have the opportunity of looking back and say, I wish I can just go back to that Nigeria and use, like they show in the Yoruba movies, Nigerian Nollywood movies. You know, you just die, anger. You have, you know, when you're like, how can you kill me like that? This Nigeria, they just come back and you start attacking Buhari and you know, all of that, attacking everybody that should do the right thing. If you are die, I mean, if you are dead, you are dead, gone. Until when you are here, I mean, now that you are still here anyway, maybe you can make use of.
There must be mass action. There must be mass action. I continue to say people must come out to the streets. You see, one thing about Nigeria is the moment they see the police and the army, they run away. And that's because most of the people who come out actually are not poor people. They are rich men or rich men's children who want to enjoy themselves. The day the poor hit the street, then all of us will be on the run.
All of you will be on the run?
Yeah, including you, you're already on the run, so you're in America here.
Yeah, you're right.
They will be on the run. That moment they will be on the run is the dragon now they have raised that is about to burn and consume everybody. You know what is going to happen? These terrorists are going to be killing southern political leaders, religious leaders, known traditional rulers. They will be targeting them for assassination. And they will call it an accident, an attack. Also, you know what I mean? And there is nothing you can do. And the only thing they can spread about is fear. Hey, shut up your mouth, oh. Hey, be careful, oh. Because Nigerian army, who now have the repentant Boko Haram in their midst, they are those who are now hunting down everyone who criticizes Boko Haram. But we are Yoruba people. And I'm going to tell you that defending ourselves, war is not new to us. It is just that our disagreement, our unity, or let me put it this way, our diverse views about how things can be done, which actually is what makes us great as a people. Fast thinkers, creative thinkers, deep thinkers, planner, executors, champions, that's who we are. Wherever we are allowed to really, you know, exercise to the full potential, our potentials, right? Yoruba. And that is why we disagree a lot, because we can think for those who can, not those who they have already put their heads on inside the coconuts, not those ones. But there will be a time that Yorubas will now understand. I mean, with all these divergent views about what should be the solution, there's going to be a time that everyone will agree that what they are talking about is not new to Yoruba. It's just that we have been so relaxed that we thought we would never have to defend ourselves again. Now we have to. I'll play that to you. And this is why. Because nobody is coming. No one is coming to help anybody. This is why we will all, one sec, where is that? Yeah. This is why we all have to be prepared to defend ourselves. And I'll share the next video with you after
this. You now have it. This is very clear. Listen to the minister. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Somebody that studied Sharia law is the head of the judicial system. Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they go? This is Zoological Republic. Federal Capital Territory, Fulani. Agriculture, Fulani. Police Affairs, Fulani. Aviation of Fulani. Communication of Fulani. Power, Fulani. Water resources, Fulani. Everything is Fulani. All the 19 northern governors are Fulani except Benue, Plateau, Taraba, and Kogi. Every northern, apart from 4, the rest are all Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they do it? This is a logical republic. Because Fulani have a game plan. From the word go, their game plan is to dominate and subjugate you. Dominate and subjugate. Where is their president from? Fulani. Chief of Staff, Fulani. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Fulani. Senate President of Nigeria is Kanuri, of course, is Fulani. Deputy Speaker is Fulani. The Army Chief of Staff is Fulani. Navy Chief is Fulani. Police IG, Fulani. DSS is Fulani. National Intelligence Agency, Fulani. National Security Advisor is Kanuri, of course, is Fulani. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they do it? This is a logical republic. Federal Capital Territory, Fulani. Agriculture, Fulani. Police Affairs, Fulani. Aviation, Fulani. Communication, Fulani. Power, Fulani. Water resources, Fulani. Everything, Fulani. Every northern and every apart from 4, the rest are all Fulani.
Àṣírí tí mo fẹ́ fún everybody náà ní sin ni pé ìwọ tó bá máa dúró àgbà ló máa pe hallelujah. Ìwọ tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ Muslim láìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláì. Ìwọ tó bá dẹ̀ wọ́n pé mẹ́ta lọ́kọ̀ọ́rin lọ gbé sàǹgbótò ẹ̀rọ kò gbé anywhere tó bá ń lọ kẹjọ máa lọ. Torí ìlú yìí we are done for. Wọ́n ti lò level fún wa, wọ́n ti gbà wá fún wa náà, wọ́n ti ta everybody. So be prepared.
We are Yoruba people. We have history. History that predates Nigeria. We are great people, right? Princes and princesses, right? We are never, ever from a tribe of wanderers. No, we've never been. I mean, with who we are, with the level of our intelligence and exposure, it should be a thing of shame that we have those who are always politically correct, trying to tell us that asking for something better is actually a crime or is asking for too much. They say that they beat their chest because they are those Afonja descendants who we call the politically correct morons. But we have history. Nobody should intimidate us. Let me take you through one shared by Professor Banji Akintoye, a refresher of who we are. And when Nigeria comes calling, do not fret, do not fear. We will repeat it. This time around, it will be total. Wait for it. Nigeria will push us there. We are already there. But yeah, it is a refresher. Take a watch.
The Yoruba religion has become an international religion. There are more people espousing Yoruba religion outside Nigeria today than there are in Yoruba land in Nigeria. Let me give you an example. In the province of Bahia in Brazil, a province that is a Roman Catholic province, there are more Yoruba centers of worship today than there are Roman Catholic churches. Almost everybody who is a Roman Catholic is also a worshipper of Ogun or Ija or Yemoja or Oshun and so on. And Yoruba religion is spreading in the world. A professor of comparative religions wrote a book a few years ago. The title of his book, The 8 Leading Religions That Rule the World. And in order of strength in the world, number of people, power, influence, and so on. Yoruba religion is the 6th of the 8. And that's the only religion from Africa that is an international religion. Okay, so here we are. We have built all these great things, but we don't know how to handle politics somehow. Because when we start fighting among ourselves, we just keep fighting. And we don't look around us to see what is really happening to us. So today, in the 19th century, we fought wars, and we couldn't stop them. And Ibadan, thank God for Ibadan. The Fulani people, who are not Fulani at all, they were Muslims, but they were not Fulani. They were leading an army to conquer the whole of Yoruba land for Islam. So the Ibadan people met them in Oshogbo in 1840 and soundly defeated the army, destroyed their cavalry, and took captive the leading officers of the army, who incidentally were all Yoruba. There were one or two Fulani in the lower levels, and the Ibadan chief said, "We have no problem with you, go back home. It is these ones who are our own people that we have trouble with." So they sent one to Oyo, to the present Oyo, where he was executed. They also executed another one in Ibadan. So this is the situation, but then Ibadan became big, Ibadan became great. That's where everybody wanted to come to. There was opportunity in Ibadan. And Ibadan wanted to unify the whole of Yoruba land by war. So they conquered many places. The only people left that they did not conquer were these far southern peoples, like the Jebu, the Ondo, Owo, and so on. But Ekiti, what is now Oshun, Ijesha, most of Igomina, and so on, they just ran over the place and created an empire and put Ajeles everywhere. Then the Ekitis, you know who they are. They didn't know how to handle it for a start. But then in 1877, they finally made up their mind to handle it. So one of their boys started trouble by killing the local Ajele. And the rest of the Ekiti, then people revolted and drove the Ajeles out of their land. And then created an army called the Ekiti Parako Army. And the war went on from 1877 until 1886. It is the peace treaty of that year, September 23, 1886, that we are celebrating today. So what is the significance of that treaty? It brought to an end in our land a whole century of troubles and wars. But here is another angle that you may not have heard before. As of that time, the British and the French and so on were already interested in empires in Africa. But as of that moment, if we had joined hands to defend our land, we would never have become British colony. That's 4 years after that war, after the treaty, the Kiriji Treaty. Ibadan army had an army of about 80,000 men, well armed, on the Kiriji war front. They had made the treaty, but they had not gone home. They had an army of about 80,000 people in the Kiriji war front. The Ekiti Parako had an army of about 50,000. I want you to get a piece of paper and pencil and write these things down. Ilorin, which I told you was mostly Yoruba, was Yoruba in command and everything, had a small army supporting the Ekiti Parako, maybe about 15,000 at the same place. At the same time, Ibadan had an army of about 35,000 in Oru, fighting against the Ijebu. The Ijebu had in Oru an army of about 50,000. Are you adding these figures? The Ekiti Parako had sent an army to go and protect Ife under Prince Fabumi of Okemesi and Ashif Arimaro from Ilesha. And that army was about 25,000. The Jebu command, high command, had also sent an army to the defense of Ife under the Seriki Ogushigun, and his army was about 25,000. If we had put all of that together and we had said no white man enters our land, no white man would have entered our land. When the British attacked Ijebu-Ode in 1892, it is because they knew that the rest of us were not going to raise a finger to defend Ijebu-Ode. That's the lesson from Kirigi, from the 19th century, from the wars of the 19th century, from the strength that we built in the 19th century, from our whole history. A great nation stands.
It is a refresher. Because in today's Nigeria, this is what we have to deal with. Where terrorists will publicly tell us that whatever we call our own is their own, and you should never raise a finger. If you do raise a finger, you can disappear or get killed. That is the Nigeria they are telling you to hang on to. It is no longer about Buhari. Forget it. It is more than that. And part of what we have been told is that before the end of this year and the beginning of 2022, they will start what they call their genocide, a civil war. No civil war, genocide to be precise. Mass killing in eastern Nigeria. They will meet a lot of resistance, and this time around, a big, huge resistance, so to say. And then they are going to try and bring one Fulani terrorist who will declare himself the president of Nigeria as a coup. That is the last card to keep that power so that they can continue to command the military, to continue to kill Nigerians. That is the plan. A coup. This cannot be taken in its, light face value, I would say. But it cannot also be ruled out. We have been invaded and they want us.
Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. The oil in Delta belongs to Jigawa. As long, yes, because we are called Nigeria today. So that's what I'm telling you. The oil belongs to us all. And we, as Nigerians, shall do everything possible to make sure we take that oil so that a lot of people will have the oil as well, will have the money of the oil. Anybody who thinks the oil of Bayelsa belongs to only Bayelsa is just deceiving himself. As long as we are in Nigeria, we will make sure that we have uninterrupted supply of oil so that there will be uninterrupted supply of money to Jigawa State, as long as we are called Nigeria. So of course we are not the same people. We have to understand that, look, I am a Fulani man, and Izo is different, Yoruba is different, but then God has made us to stay together. So why can't we attempt to stay together? And I honestly do not mind, even if we're both pathways, let's sit on the table, around the table, and agree that, look, that oil of Bayelsa, Jigawa cannot have a share. No way. You know, I don't mind us talking like that. But as of today, that oil, we shall do everything within our means, everything with our blood, to defend our oil in Bayelsa. We will do everything possible to defend that oil in Bayelsa. It belongs to Jigawa State as well. You know, so that's what I want them to understand. This country fought civil war. And that's probably why we are still together. And anybody who threatened, unless if we are defeated, then we can leave the oil. But if anybody threatens the flow of oil, we shall fight and make sure oil flows. Ijo oil, Bayelsa oil belongs to Jigawa people. And we shall do everything possible to defend our oil in Bayelsa. Because God put our oil in Bayelsa, just like God has put mineral resources of Bayelsa in Jigawa. Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. The oil in Delta belongs to Jigawa. As long, yes, because we are called Nigeria today.
I hope you understand that. That is the Nigeria of today, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I prefer what Senator Abaribe has to say about those who have already profiled the Igbos, ostracized them, and they continue to say, except the Igbos come to the center, they will never enjoy Nigeria. The Igbo says, oh, we want to leave, give us beer, we want to leave and have our own Biafra. They said, no, you can't go. They are still killing them. I prefer what Barry said.
Wants Nigeria to break up. The people that want Nigeria to break up, just like you have seen in the press conference by our chairman, are those that refuse, are those that we have told that they should manage our diversity and have refused to let somebody from the southeast, like the chairman has said, to have any say at all in the security of this nation. Those that want to break up this country are those that have made nepotism an essential part of government, are those that have made ethnic, and let me repeat it, ethnic triumphalism, that only one part of this country is important enough and only one religion matters. So those that refuse to manage our diversity are those that are actually pushing us to the precipice. But like the government has said, God forbid.
Abari was using God, a typical politician, just trying to, you know what I mean? They are those who want. So if you are still doubting whether Benin people will be part of Oduduwa Republic or not, I think the Oba of Benin has an answer. So if you're still asking, and it's very clear, Edo State, where we have the Benin people, it's not just for Benin people. There are other people in Edo State. But nevertheless, are the Benin people Yorubas, descendants of Oduduwa? I didn't say it, oh. You listen.
I therefore stand before you today as the 40th Oba of Benin. A direct descendant of Oromia, the son of Oduduwa, whom the Benin people of that era knew as a Kaladiran, their self-exiled prince, who later became ruler in Ile-Ife. The Benin people recognize Oduduwa and his origin, but it is not our place to force this recognition on others outside our boundaries. The history of the world is a shared one, and there will certainly be unexpected connections in future. This is thus a time for unity and not divisiveness, a time for mutual respect, recognizing that our wholeness as people is so much more than the sum of our parts. E pluribus unum.
Oba Tokpeye. I don't know if I said that right. So, I hope that answers it, right? You researchers, historians, now begin the process of letting our brothers and sisters, so to do our sons and daughters, the descendants of Oromio in Benin, let them know that it is time to go home. No rivalry, no fight, no competition or anything. Ask the historians to link us all back together. We are going home. And I feel positive about it. The reason is because a country where I am not safe, my children are not going to be safe, can never be called my country. And I can never be proud of that. I don't know what will make you feel proud anyway, but it's up to you. Home, Ileya, and for those politicians from Yoruba land who are currently saying they are representing Yorubas in Abuja, you better begin to tell yourselves the truth. Because you see what is right here, right now, that is going on in Nigeria that your party won't let you talk about, or you are trying to be politically correct about it. Even you, who is not a politician, you are trying to be politically correct, Abi. Is it the situation where Nigeria is right now, where Yorubas are trapped in, where our people are trapped in, and they are telling us to accept it or just die. There's something. It is either we all agree that it is home time, because there's something which is Bubuwa.
Oh, Bubuwa ma jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Summa billahi.
Summa billahi. Whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, a Yoruba man or a woman, you are watching me right now, Abi. You still don't know what is it going to be all about. 2023, the mirage of 2023. Okay, we shall see. I'm going to open my line for those who wants to call in. You see that number scrolling under this video, yeah? That is the number you can call in. It's a WhatsApp call, and I'm going to take just about 5 calls before we round up. We have 30 minutes, about 25 minutes to go. Let's see how many calls we can take. Yeah, the line is now opened for everyone who wants to
àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀.
Hello, my brother Maiyegun. God bless you, sir.
Hello, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Adewale, aka the African Wahala.
African Wahala. You are my first caller. You have a grace of 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Use it well, please.
No problem, my brother, man. First and foremost, thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Keep on enlightening and educating the people. We understand you're not a freedom fighter, but what you're doing contributes to the freedom fight. So I salute you, and I tell you to continue doing what you're doing. Just trying to encourage you. And my final word to the people listening, hey, man, we all are victims of Nigeria at the end of the day. And a lot of us have serious mental issues from being Nigerians for so long. Start re-educating yourselves, educate your family members, unlearn so many negative behaviors that Nigeria has forced down our throats, so that when we break out of that, I don't want to use that word, out of the contraption, and we get into our new country, Oduduwa, Biafra, Middle Belt, we would have sane people that will be living in those countries. Right. Because we don't want to carry this Nigerian mentality to the new countries that we're about to forge. Thank you so much, my brother. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
I have another caller. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. You are live. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Charles, and I'm calling from Manchester.
How you doing, Charles? You are live now. Please, go on. Charles. Ah, that call dropped. So, I have another caller. Hello.
Hello, Michael. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah. Your name and where you're calling from?
Chichi. Chichi is on the line, please.
Chichi on the line. Please. Chichi, you are live. Please, go on.
Yeah, Michael, you rounded off by saying that 2003, as in regarding the election, there's going to be election, but I want to put it out straight there, that there wouldn't be no election in 2003.
23. Mm-hmm.
And this is the time to say to everyone that is listening and all Nigerians to brace up. Because we have work in the hand. And our hand must be on deck. The terrorists that we have are the government, both present and the past. The last time I called, I was going to say something about child. And of course, my time was up already. Because I cannot comprehend the fact that Nigeria health situation and other parts of the country needs some kind of assistance or things to be normal, regulated, and money was borrowed in putting another country in place for whatever excuse they gave. That brings me into thinking, is really Buhari in Nigeria? Was he in Nigeria before he passed on? And it has, as God may have it, I have been seeing people reacting to that topic I wanted to raise the other time.
Chichi, you need to manage your time, Chichi. We only have 2 minutes.
Yes.
You get what I mean now? If you have a lot to add, I know you have a lot always, okay? Manage your time.
Okay, I'm just going to end it up here. At least I still have made some points that I want to make. But like I said, this is the time for everybody to brace up, all hands on deck, get ready for whatever it's going to be. Let's all drive into it.
Thank you so much.
May God be with all of us. And thank you, Maiyegun. Thanks. Keep the fire on, please.
We will all keep it on. Thank you so much, Chichi. I'll take next call, okay?
Yeah.
I have another caller. I know we all have a lot to say, but you just have to put it in as much as you can. And there's a lot of people on the queue. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. You are live.
Yeah. Good evening. My name is Hassan. I'm calling from Dubai.
Hassan from Dubai. You have 2 minutes too. Please go on. You are live.
Yeah. This country is not working again right now. This country is not working again. In fact, we have some problem in Dubai right now. There are some our Nigerian people came to Dubai yesterday. About 130. All immigration have to stop all the Nigerians. Nigeria with green passport. You people should go like this. And other countries are coming. They are passing other country, even Ghana, Cotonou. They are passing all the country, but the whole of Nigeria, they didn't.
Those Nigerians who are arriving, they are putting them on the side. What happened to them? Those they put on the side, you know?
They wanted to deport them, and they even deport about 80 people. This is yesterday.
Just for
live.
Using the green passport, Nigerian passport, or did they tell you?
Yes, just because of the green passport. So the Nigeria is not working again. They have to shut down that country. The country is disgraced to us because we are not safe.
You can put it on speaker, sir. When you call one bear, not first sorrow, because I'm young from everywhere. It might be something very useful. So I can give you another minute to say that, please.
Okay, but
is there any information you want from you? Is there anything they told you in particular so that we can warn others who are also probably going to Dubai?
Yeah, once I pay, they are making because of fake stamping and passport.
Fake stamping and fake passports.
Yeah, that is why they're rejecting everybody.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hello, ma. Good evening. Your name and your name, please.
I'm Elizabeth. I'm calling from Dubai.
Elizabeth, how are you? You seem to have a better picture of what is going on. Can you share with us, please?
Yes, some Nigerians, they came to Dubai yesterday, and as before they were checked in, they told them, somebody announced that all Nigerians with a green passport should go to one side to go and stay there. Their plane arrived in Dubai by 11 p.m. But by 6 p.m., they didn't even let them go through immigration. They just told them to sit down there. So later, the problem is that most of these people, they didn't come directly from Dubai. I think you are aware of the issue between Nigeria and Dubai.
Yeah. I thought they resolved that about a few weeks back.
They've not resolved it. Most Nigerians are going through Cotonou or Ghana or neighboring countries. They can't fly to Dubai from Nigeria directly. So these Dubai immigrations now, they don't even want Nigerians to come at all. They don't want Nigerians to enter their country from anywhere at all. They deported some people yesterday, about 80 people. Why they allowed some to go in? What they are claiming is that the stamps on their passport are fake. You know, now going through other countries, they said maybe they doctored the stamp or something like that, so they didn't allow people to go.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us, okay? People are hearing this. We'll give it a follow-up too. And whatever I get from it as well, I'll share with everyone. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And to Azan, thank you too. Thank you, sir. I'll take another call. That's an information that came handy on the program tonight. Hello.
Hello, my brother Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Very clearly, sir. Your name?
Okay, yeah, my name is Richard. Maiyegun, I'm a Biafran. Now, Maiyegun, let me go straight to the point so that I will not waste your time. Thank you for your good work, the work you are doing, and enlightening your brothers in Oduduwa who are stayed dumb, who are stayed daft, who are stayed blind, that is not seeing what is happening in that contraption called the zoo. Now, let me tell them, are they not seeing throughout in all of the northern states that this terrorist has taken over the northern states, and these terrorists are now converting Christians into Muslims forcibly? Not that they make their choice, they are converting them forcibly. So are they trying to tell me that they are not seeing what is happening in that contraption? Let me warn all of these people, all of these fools, these morons who are not even reasoning and who are not even listening to the advice that Nnamdi Kanu and Maiyegun and the other Yoruba activists are giving them all the time. This war is coming, and this war is on our doorstep. Our noble Laurent Wole Soyinka said it. He has made it clear that this war is on our doorstep. You have to rise up now, all the youth, to protect your land. If not, these terrorists, they are going to make sure that they emasculate all of you in this land. But I know that we Biafrans, we are going to resist them with the last drop of our blood. Enough is enough. The end Nigeria now to save lives. End Nigeria now.
Thank you, Baba. I'll take another call. This time around, yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Maiyegun. Good evening.
Your name?
I'm Righteous. I'm actually calling from Germany.
Sorry, please speak up, please. It seems to be.
Actually, I'm Righteous. I'm calling from Germany.
Oh, Righteous from Germany. Please, sir. You have the floor. You are live.
Okay, I want to really appreciate you for what you're doing. I think presently Nigeria is not fit to be together right now. What they need is breakup. Let everybody go their way, do their thing. I think that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Righteous.
God bless
you. Recorded. You too. Thank you very much. I've got another caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah. Good evening.
You are live.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
I'm Emmanuel. Yeah, I'm calling from Ivory Coast, Abidjan.
Amazing. So you are live now, please, Emmanuel. Go
on. Okay. I want to thank you for what you are doing. So may God keep on stretching you to do more. What I want to ask is this. All these big mega churches in Nigeria, are they trying to tell me that they have not seen that Buhari is dead? Because that's the problem. If they know that Buhari is dead, why are they hiding it? Or is it tomorrow they will say, I didn't want to say it so that there will not be problem, where there is already a problem? Because whether we like it or not, General Muhammad Buhari that we know, yes.
Broadcast, or maybe you can turn down the broadcast. We can probably hear you again from the background.
I'm not even close to hear my broadcast. But let me. Yes, but let me. Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now clearly.
Oh, okay. Okay, what I'm saying is, all these mega churches, if you look at all of them, they are all Yoruba pastors. I'm a member of Winners Chapel. Are you trying to tell me that they don't know that Buhari is late? That the man in Asorok is not Buhari? So what are they saying? You can't tell me if my daddy in the Lord mentioned it, or Papa Adeboye, or Eneche, or Chris, that Nigeria will still remain the same. No. Let them come out and say it. That person is not Buhari, and it can never be. And since they turn blind eye to it, it will affect everybody in that nation. It will affect everybody. Nigeria is not going to work. When I'm in church and you ask me to pray for Nigeria, I don't do that prayer because it's not going to work. It has never worked and it's not going to work. So you people should look into our daddy Jews. They say, touch not my anointed. All of us are anointed men of God. And the Bible said, you shall not judge. Not you shall not say the truth. We are saying the truth. That does not mean you. The Bible said you shall not judge. Not you shall not say the truth. Let us know that. Please, let us talk to our daddy Jews, our daddy Jews. It's really this Buhari. You cannot stand and swear that that is Buhari. It's not possible. We see spiritual. Then why are they keeping silent? Why are they keeping quiet?
Thanks, Emmanuel.
Please.
I'll take another one. Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. Okay. It's recorded too. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yeah, you are live. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Lucky.
Lucky, you
are live, and I'm calling from. I'm calling from Canada. Yeah, I'm one of a great follower, and I want to say thank you for the good job you are doing. Yeah, what I want to say is that in as much as I want Nigeria to break up and then the Oduduwa should go on the separate way and the Biafra should go on the separate way. But right now there's a war on ground that we all need to fight collectively, which is coming together, be it Oduduwa, be it Biafra, come together and defeat the so-called Nigeria allies. Because without this, they will not allow us to go our separate ways. You just look at the Catalonia, the Barcelona, they will be shouting that they want to go on their separate ways. Things in Spain, but they are not being left out. You understand? If we're just shouting Biafra and Oduduwa, and we don't finish the war on ground, they will not allow us to go our separate ways. In as much as I want it to be, but we all should come together and fight these guys together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Lucky. That's a very straight, concise one there. I like that. Let's come together before we all take what we think belong to us, fight and then get rid of those, get rid of those who makes it impossible for you to live your life in that place. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun, my man. How are you doing?
I am doing very well. How are you?
Not too bad. Let me be fast. My name is Ikamosi. I'll be following your program. You're doing a great job. More this to Ebo. See, I've been following Nigerian events for so many years. Yeah, I did my youth service in the north. What I saw is mind blowing. Yeah, the problem we have in Nigeria, I won't blame the politicians. Do you know who I will blame? I will blame the southern Nigerians, the people that you call sophisticated mumus. Why should we allow idiots to control us? Yeah, the problem we have is southern Nigerians that we claim that we are highly educated, we are sophisticated, and we allow idiots to control us. It is easy to bring Nigeria down. What we need to do, everybody come out on the street. All the southern region, we close everywhere down. That should be the end of Nigeria.
And I think we're getting there.
Mr. American,
you know.
Please, can you do me one favor? Yeah?
Ask.
You know, Nnamdi Kanu, when he's talking, it's harsh, you know, which is good. I cannot understand his anger. You know, he does insult Igbo governors. He does insult politicians, which is why, because they deserve it. Please, can you insult Igbo governors for me? Because they're useless. Please, I need you to insult Igbo. See, if you keep a dog and keep Igbo governors, I will take a dog. Because the most useless position on earth are the evil governors. They are the most stupid animals on earth. I detest them with passion. Please, if you need evidence, I'll give you more evidence. I need you to insult them more. Because you do.
Go on.
Yeah, please insult them more. I understand that you do talk about lay more emphasis on the Yoruba politicians, but Igbo politicians are worse than Yoruba politicians. At least Yoruba politicians, they have that guts to stand up and say something. But Igbo politicians are the most useless animals on earth. The most useless idiots. Please insult them for me. I'll give you more facts. Thank you, my brother.
You are so welcome.
Thank you, my brother.
I like that. Yeah. I've got another caller. Hello. Hello. You are live.
Maiyegun, good evening.
Good evening. Your name?
Maiyegun, my man. I'm Steven. I've been following you for, let me say, since you started. You have been my man.
We have all been following ourselves for all this
since 2000 and I think 16, 17 something. I've been following you every day. I have friends with me in France. We love Maiyegun. We adore Maiyegun. He's my best man. I don't know how to love you more, but I'm going to meet you in Scotland very soon.
Well, maybe when the corona is off, we'll all be meeting all over the world. And all this is like, Maiyegun, I told you I'm going to see you. Then I'm going to be like, yeah, I've been looking forward to it too. So, yeah.
Maiyegun,
thank you. Now, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for all the good job you are doing. I really appreciate it. You are one of my kind. I think I cannot do better than you. Yeah.
Well, thanks for the support. I keep coming back anyway because I have friends like you who support me. So
yeah. And I just something about Nigeria. Nigeria is like a broken bottle. There's nothing you can do about it. This country is the worst place for a human being to live, and people that are living there don't even know.
And here we are, trying to salvage what is left.
And people that are living there, they have a lot of the amount of ignorance in Nigeria is overwhelming. You don't even know. The kind is shouting, but when he's shouting, can you get the meaning why he's shouting? This guy is crying his head off. Sometimes I put myself in his shoes and I can understand. I tell myself, wow, is Nigeria really, is these people are they really human beings? You can understand. How can a president who cannot give a live speech for 4 years and people are looking like a moron and feel that Buhari is alive? How can people be just whatever they tell you and you believe? I'm kind of ask them, what is the reason? What is the meaning of human being? What differentiates you from animal? Is it not the ability to reason? You are an animal and you are the same as an animal. But what makes you a human is the ability to reason. Can you reason? But people don't reason. These people are animals. Even the people that have the best PhD, the best doctorate degree, they cannot reason. And they say they are talking for you. And I don't even know what they are talking. I just cry. Sometimes I cry to Nigeria. It's not even, there's a friend I have. We don't discuss Nigeria because we cry. We become to shout. But when he told me, bro, Steven, this thing we are talking about is bigger than us. Because there's nothing you yourself particularly can do. So you better get it so that you don't just try to get it so that you can have peace in your mind.
But we are finding
so what are we?
You know what we are doing? What social media is doing for all of us is that we are now discovering ourselves. Everybody is discovering his own inner strength and finding his own brother. Very soon we'll make up the number and we'll make up the army. We'll run them out of town. It's a matter of time. They are pushing us there, I believe.
I'm praying so. I'm praying that this country, somebody told me that it cannot, I don't know this problem can last. If we work collectively, I know we can stop them in 2 months. But if we keep doing this up and down, if you do nothing, if you ask, if you don't work, you don't expect nothing.
Exactly. It's a faith without
But
work.
if you don't move, then you don't think you can expect. But only if you move, then you expect results. But if you sit down, well, that's why I follow him a lot. He says all you do is talk, and do nothing, and they are killing people, and people don't even have sympathy for people. They say some people die here. People will say, "Are you serious?" And life continues. Life goes on. Nobody cares. 30 people die here. Nobody cares. Life, people keep moving, living normal life as if nothing is happening.
Thank you so much, Baba. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let me not take much of your time.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. So, you see, it's been a good night. I'm so sorry that we won't be taking much calls now anymore, okay? But I'm going to be back tomorrow. You know, I'm always off on Wednesdays and Thursdays, right? The replay of this video is going to be cut into a few pieces, right? And you can watch the premiere tomorrow. So for those who are just joining me, or you can just wait for me to round up now, and you can just move the arrow on your screen, move it back. If you're watching me on YouTube, move it back, and you can start watching again, okay? If you haven't subscribed to Maiyegun's Diary Political, do it now so that you won't be missing anything. And to my friends, I am asking you, please, you can help me look for Diaspora Radio International YouTube channel now and help me subscribe onto that. There will be more of our content from other presenters from across board that will be presenting on the platform of Diaspora Radio, both the radio, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. Okay, so they will need their audience too. And I'm also going to be there. I'm actually running and streaming this live on Diaspora Radio International platforms, including the radio. As you are watching this is going to be the regular now until we launch our Diaspora Radio International app. That is what is coming next. Until then, you can help me rush down now to Diaspora Radio International YouTube channel and let me give that one thumb and one subscription on it. And let's move it forward. As for Lai Mohammed, we know he is not the one to tell us. We know that it is not a crime to be a Fulani terrorist in Nigeria. If you are a terrorist in Nigeria with AK-47, you will get money. You get state protection and cover. So we know Lai Mohammed coming out today to come and tell us that it is not a federal crime to be a kidnapper. It is not a federal crime to be bandits. And there is no court, there's no law to criminalize it in Nigeria. Now that tells you are in for a long thing. If you don't believe, give it time. You are in for a long thing. So thank you so much for your time tonight. And I'm going to see you again tomorrow. If you have the time, you should join me. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Díjọ́ ìgbádùn yẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gbà rìbá. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n.